guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be planting in this thrift store planter that if you've watched my previous videos, you will recognize this. I repainted it, and I mentioned in that video that I thought it was really perfect for a fairy garden. So I am going to be planting my very first fairy garden today. And in this area, it's right by my front door. You could probably see my dogs watching me. And it's shady like this basically throughout the whole day. There's a little bit of sun at the very end of the day when the sun's going down, but you know, not enough for any sun-loving plants. So I have some plants here that will do well in the shade. This is a asparagus fern, and I really love how fluffy it is, and it looks kind of just like miniature trees, and I think it'll be perfect for the fairy garden. This is a Dusty Miller, and I just really like the silvery foliage. And then this is a little tiny Japanese maple, just, you know, very, very young. And I think it looks just like a miniature tree. And I spoke with one of the workers at the nursery I bought this from, and they said it'll be fine in the container that I'm planning to put it in for about a year before I have to put it in something a little bit bigger. And then the fairy garden supplies. So I have 2 pumpkins, a fall fairy, this adorable little weasel holding up an acorn, and then a little pumpkin house. And then this is a tree that lights up, which I think will be really cute at night. And I got all of the fairy garden supplies from Joann's for 40% off. They had a sale a couple weeks ago, and I scored them all for 40% off, which is awesome. They also have more of like Halloween style fairy garden stuff as well, if you're more into that rather than the fall items. But they don't call them, like I went in and I asked, hey, where's your fairy garden supplies? And the lady I spoke with was like, oh, we don't carry fairy garden supplies. And I was like, oh, well, you know, I looked online and you have it. And I spoke with someone else and they call them littles. So if you go in and you're wondering where their fairy garden stuff is, they call them littles, just FYI. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put some potting soil into this container, get these planted up, and then I will set out my fairy garden stuff.